Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching the Bob's Burgers movie, based off the animated sitcom of the same name, and starring H. John Benjamin, Kristen Schaal, Zach Galifianakis, and Kevin Kline. Now, when it comes to the Bob's Burgers show, it's definitely a mainstay of the Fox animation domination lineup not on the same level of something like The Simpsons, but it certainly has the longevity to warrant a film adaptation. And even if you're not a huge fan of Bob's Burgers, or at least you haven't seen them yet, it's definitely a worthwhile experience for adult animated films, as it proves you don't have to have constant swearing or tons of pop culture references in order to be generally likable. It manages to do it through sharp comedic writing and through a lot of committed vocal performances, especially for the musical numbers. But let's get to the story, shall we? The story is that the Belcher family's business has a sinkhole in front of it that's affecting business tremendously, especially since there's a certain special event going on at the pier that happens to also be the anniversary of a certain death that occurred, which leads to a murder mystery involving Tina, Louise, and Jean trying to figure out who's responsible for a murder since the body of a dead person is found inside the sinkhole. All while Linda and Bob try to find a way to pay off their their payments to make sure that the business can stay theirs. But that's all I'll say about the story. For a film with a 142-minute runtime, it manages to pack in a lot of content from its musical numbers to its murder mystery elements to, of course, its comedy. It definitely justifies its existence as a movie not only through its animation that happens to employ a lot of 3D camera tricks and a lot of good character acting when it comes to the blocking and all that stuff, but it also happens to justify it through how this is a bigger scale story than something like an episode of the series that you just see on TV. Not only are the musical numbers surprisingly good for voice actors who aren't exactly known for their singing, but they also happen to feel like it harkens back to the olden days of animated films of this type, where they didn't constantly need to have explosions or things that happening completely out of character for a feature film debut, but instead had to rely on good old fashioned Broadway style musical numbers and also had the writing of something like Odd Taxi when it comes to the murder mystery. Basically, it happens to give you enough information for you to keep on laughing with the characters, but also keep you invested in said characters and their stories. And if you've been following the TV series, I personally haven't, but I know many who do, you'll find plenty of references to past episodes and to even some running gags that you might happen to like throughout the series. Tina's probably make me laugh the most, but Luis, Bob, and even Linda have some moments that generally make me laugh a lot. And even the central murder mystery does happen to have a very interesting twist villain that that actually makes a lot of sense given the build up earlier in the film, and he happens to have a pretty cool musical number of his own once he's finally revealed. I have no doubt that this film will probably be overshadowed by Top Gun Maverick, but for fans of the series, I do think it's generally worth a watch. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. See you next time.